Hello there and welcome. I am one of the adult program specialists for College Now Greater Cleveland, and I'll be taking you through this presentation regarding student loans. Let's get started, shall we? Just by way of introduction, College Now is a nonprofit college access organization based in downtown Cleveland. We have college advisors in all CMSD high schools and many other high schools throughout Northeast Ohio. Our resource centers in Cleveland and Barberton focus on helping adults navigate the college application and financial aid process. The Student Loan Rescue Program was specifically developed because of a need in our community for assistance in managing federal student loan repayments. So let's begin with federal education loans, consolidation, repayment, and forgiveness. This slide shows the different types of federal student loans. Everything covered today is about federal education loans. Any private student loans you may have are not eligible for any of the programs we will cover. The names of some of these loans may look familiar to you. These are all federal education loans and are similar in many ways, but have quite a few differences as well. A Perkins loan is a federal education loan that you actually receive from the college that you attended. Subsidized and unsubsidized direct loans, which are eligible for the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, differ in how they calculate your interest. Subsidized and unsubsidized FFEL loans are not eligible for Public Service Loan Forgiveness. Graduate Plus loans are loans that were made to graduate students pursuing advanced degrees beyond a bachelor's degree, and a Parent Plus loan is a loan that a parent took to help their undergraduate student attend college. Here is some more information about the differences among federal loans. Annual and maximum limits. As a student progresses through undergraduate, their access to aid actually increases, so you can receive more student aid while you progress through school. When the interest starts accruing, unsubsidized and subsidized loans treat interest differently. With an unsubsidized loan, the interest accrues the entire time that the student is in school. Subsidized loans, the interest is paid for by the federal government until that student drops below half-time or graduates. Length of grace period. A typical grace period begins after graduation or when a student drops below half-time. Normally, these are 6 months. However, you may have all federal loans. Your loans could actually have different grace periods. Interest rate. The interest rate for most loans, such as direct loans or FFEL loans, is set each year you take the loan. However, a Perkins loan has a fixed interest rate of 5%. Servicer. Much like you could have different interest rates, you could also have different loan servicers. A servicer is a third-party organization that manages your federal education loan. Your loan could still be a federal loan, but may be managed by an educational lender such as ACS, Great Lakes, Navient, or Nelnet. Lowering your monthly payment. One of the things we can help borrowers do is lower their monthly payment. There are 2 ways to do this: through requesting an income-driven repayment plan or consolidation. An income-driven repayment plan is a payment option that the federal government offers borrowers that tailors your payment to your income. It takes into consideration your tax filing status, adjusted gross income, household size, and total education loans. Consolidation takes all of your individual loans and turns them into one brand new loan for a longer repayment timeline. For both of these options, you will end up paying more in interest over the life of the loan because your monthly payments are smaller. Request to delay payments. Another option the federal government gives to borrowers is the ability to delay payment for a variety of reasons. This can be done during a deferment or a forbearance. The most common reasons for deferring a loan is for returning to school or performing service work such as AmeriCorps. During a deferment, some of your loans may not accrue interest. During a forbearance, however, all of your loans will accrue interest. The most common reason people request a forbearance is due to financial hardship. Default and removing your loan from default. Another way that College Now assists borrowers is with helping them remove their loans from default. If you're in default now, don't worry, you have options to get back on track. One option is consolidation. This option is quicker, however the default will remain on your credit report. The other option is a rehabilitation program. Rehabilitation takes approximately 10 months, requiring payment of at least $5 a month on your loans. However, at the end of your rehabilitation, you can request the default to be removed from your credit report. There is no right or wrong option here, Borrowers choose based on their personal or family circumstances and preferences. Public Service Loan Forgiveness. Of course, the biggest request we receive is for information regarding this program. It started in 2007 with the passage of the College Cost Reduction and Access Act. Full-time employees of nonprofit and government organizations can apply to have the remaining balances of their federal loans forgiven after making 120 payments toward the loan. Public Service Loan Forgiveness continued. To be eligible for the program, your loans must be a direct or direct consolidation loan. It must be in an income-driven payment plan and may not be in default or garnishment. The great thing is we can easily adjust your current loan, payment plan, and default status in order to ensure your future payments could qualify for the program. Public Service Loan Forgiveness continued. The student loan borrower must be employed for at least an average of 30 hours a week and work at a nonprofit or government organization during all 120 payments for those payments to be eligible. You must keep this employment until forgiveness is granted. For this reason, sometimes this program is not a good option for those who plan to retire in the next few years. However, any eligible prior payments while employment was eligible can be counted towards the 120 payments. Public Service Loan Forgiveness continued. In order for your payments to qualify for the PSLF program, they must be made on time and for the total amount due in your income-driven repayment plan. They must total 120 in order for the loan amount to be forgiven. However, they do not need to be made consecutively. For those of you who have Parent Plus loans, your loans must be in the income contingent plan to qualify. Steps for PSLF. I recommend that before you apply for the program, you schedule an appointment with CollegeNow to ensure that you have the right types of loans and payment plan. During our one-on-one meeting, we will ask you to create an FSA ID and password so we can review all of your loan information together and advise you on what would be best for your specific situation. After we ensure you have the right loan and the right payment plan, you will complete your employment certification with your employer and then send it to FedLoans for review. After you apply, 30 days later, FedLoans will send you an acceptance or rejection letter. After that point, it's important to remember that to remain eligible in the program, you'll need to reapply yearly for your income-driven repayment online and resubmit your employment certification yearly. If both of those things are done, you will remain eligible and FedLoans will keep counting your payments towards the PSLF program. Things to know about your loan. How many remember signing the FAFSA with your PIN? In May of 2015, the Department of Education got rid of the PIN and we now use the FSA ID. At least 3 days before meeting with CollegeNow, please create your FSA username and password at fsaid.ed.gov. This is the information we will need to review your loans on the federal websites. If you haven't logged into a federal website since May of 2015, such as the FAFSA site, you will need to create an FSA ID. If you have completed the FAFSA since then but can't remember your username or password, choose Edit My FSA ID. Things to know about your loan. The first thing we will do during our appointment is log in to the National Student Loan Data System using your FSA ID. This data system will show us a list of all the federal student loans you have. Here we will be able to determine what type of loans you have, who your servicer is, and your interest rate, as well as the loan's eligibility for public service loan forgiveness. Things to know about your loan. Next, we will log in to the studentloans.gov website in order to see if you qualify for one of the income-driven repayment plans. Your qualification will be determined by your total student loan amount, tax filing status, adjusted gross income, and household size. Already enrolled? If you're already enrolled in the PSLF program and have questions about your payment history, please contact the PSLF hotline at 855-265-4038. My last piece of advice is not to pay anyone to provide you with assistance with your student loans. There is no cost or fee required to apply for the PSLF program, and everything is available publicly on federal government websites. Please use College Now. We do not charge, or you can even navigate the process on your own using the websites we just reviewed. Thank you for viewing this presentation. If we are visiting your employer on site, please look for any sign-up information. Otherwise, feel free to contact us for a one-on-one appointment. Again, thanks for listening. Our adult program specialists look forward to helping you manage your student loans.